Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing well and studying well as well. So in this session we will discuss the fundamentals and the basics of public administration as an optional. So we all know you have to choose one optional and one optional for the mains examination, and for every optional there are two papers, paper 1 and paper 2, each constituting 250 marks of your mains total score. And optional plays a very vital role in determining whether you will be clearing the mains examination or no. And public administration is one of the options of the UPSC CSE mains examination. Okay, so we will structure the session in such a way that I will give you an overview of the public administration optional. First we will discuss the syllabus of public administration. First we will discuss the syllabus of public administration, then we will discuss the structure of the question paper of the mains examination, then I will give you a brief outline as to how to attempt the question paper in the examination, and we will also discuss the trends of public administration as optional in the mains examination. Okay, so let's go into the syllabus of public administration. Okay. Syllabus of public administration. Now, yes, as said earlier, there are two papers. Paper 1, which is called as administrative theory. And paper 2 is referred as Indian administration. Okay, see, I will jot down the syllabus into and make some blocks for chapters which are kind of homogeneous, like there is a continuation of story from one chapter to the other, and those set of chapters forms an homogeneous block. And you should also study those chapters in a particular block together in entirety, because there is a continuation of the story. Okay, and we will not jot down the chapters as per the whatever the syllabus which UPSC has given, but rather we will in a homogeneous block wise, so that it is easy for you to study. Okay, so first we will discuss the paper 1 syllabus of public administration, that is administrative theory. Okay, this now first block, the most important block of paper 1 is block 1, and in fact for the entire optional of public administration. Now block 1 includes 4 chapters. First is introduction, second chapter administrative thought, third is administrative behavior, fourth is the organization chapter. Okay, so first chapter, introduction. See, this chapter talks about the developments of public administration as a discipline. So whatever developments of public administration happen, in that sense it talks about this. That's why it's known as introduction chapter of public administration as a subject. So it has other components, various components like meaning, scope and significance of public administration. Then the chapter mentions new public administration, NPA, then public choice approach. Then it further talks about good governance, LPG aspects, impact of LPG on administration, new public management, and further it also talks about evolution of public administration, and also it mentions one thinker of Wilson. Who? Wilson, the father of public administration, who wrote an essay in United States of America in 1887, which gave birth to the discipline of public administration. So this is what the chapter 1 of introduction talks about. Very important. This entire block is very important for public administration. So chapter 1 introduction basically talks about the developments of public administration. Further chapter under chapter 1 it is mentioned that even the contemporary aspect, current status of public administration. So this opens up the dimensions of whatever new developments at present are happening in public administration. See, public administration is a very young discipline. It was born in 1887. So a lot of research and developments keep happening in field of public administration. So post NPM models are also contemporary developments. Post NPM models like the new public governance, network governance, these are post NPM models, and these are contemporary developments. And current status also, it also opens up dimension like what is the status of public administration today, whether it's can be considered as a separate discipline, etc. So this is what is introduction chapter talks about. Okay. Now our next chapter is administrative thought. Here basically this chapter is consists of the thinkers of public administration. So this broadly, the thinkers of public administration can be grouped as classical thinkers, then the human relation thinkers, then also we can either mention a dynamic administration also. The syllabus mentions dynamic administration of MP Fullett. Okay, then it talks about the behavioral thinkers. Then after that it talks about the participative thinkers. Okay, so this is administrative thought chapter. What it consists of: this classical thinkers like Taylor, Fayol, Gulick, Urvik. Then we have dynamic administration of MP Fullett. Also the classical thinkers, classical paradigm also includes paradigm. No, we can't say paradigm. Basically classical thinkers as segment also includes Max Weber, that is his conceptualization of bureaucracy, what we refer as Weberian bureaucracy. Then the human relation thinker, especially Elton Mayo. Then there are two behavioral thinkers, Simon and Chester Bernard. Then there are three participative thinkers mentioned in your syllabus. The three are Likert, Argyris, and McGregor. Okay, so this is what is chapter 2. Now let's come to chapter 3, administrative behavior. Here too there are theories. First the syllabus talks about the motivation theories. Then theories of leadership. See, motivation theories, there are content theories, process theories, contemporary theories. These basically theories of Herzberg, Maslow are included in this. These are motivation theories. And theories of leadership, there are modern theories, street theories, behavioral theories of leadership. Further, administrative behavior chapter also includes communication and decision making. So this is administrative behavior. Now the fourth chapter is organization. Here there are two theories, broad theories, which is the systems theory and contingency theory. These are the two theories mentioned in the syllabus, and further the chapter includes, as the name says, organization, types and forms of organization such as boards, commissions, corporations and etc. Okay, companies. Okay, and further this also organization chapter also has headquarter field relations as one of the components of this chapter. This is organization, fourth chapter of your syllabus. So see, now this forms your block 1. Okay, block 1 of your syllabus, very important block, that is introduction, administrative thought, administrative behavior and organization. See, this forms the fundamental of your public administration. This block, that is the 4 chapters, takes the longest time to understand and longest time to teach also, because this is where the concepts of public administration lies, and unless you have a good grip over this 4 chapters, you cannot have a good grip over the entire optional. So this is the crux, core and foundation of the public administration optional. So if we draw a triangle, so this, the very base and the main important part of public administration are these 4 chapters of block 1. If this is clear, mark my word, your public administration, you have a very good hold on public administration, these 4 chapters. Then if we further draw a block, then there are the rest of paper 1 and here is paper 2. So paper 1 is nothing, paper 2 is nothing but more or less application of paper 1, and the rest of the chapters of paper 1 are nothing but more of an application of these 4 chapters. So keep in mind, these 4 chapters are very important. Okay, if you get these 4 chapters, you get public administration. Okay, this is block 1 and you should study these chapters initially. That is the first thing you should read of public administration. You should read about these 4 chapters one by one: introduction, administrative thought, behavior and organization. Don't start with other chapters. Other chapters are small, they don't take much time. This is where all the time lies, and all the concepts and all the understanding of public administration lies. If you understand this well, you can score well in public administration. If you are not scoring well in public administration, do revisit these 4 chapters. The problem must be here. Okay, now block 1 is clear. Let's move to block 2. So block 2, so I'll keep 2 chapters here: accountability and control, and administrative law. See, simple chapters, not much difficult as compared to the other 4 chapters. Okay, so accountability and control includes all the concepts of accountability, control over administration, control which is exercised over administration by the executive, by the legislature, by the judiciary. Further, this chapter also includes a citizen and administration interface and various tools such as citizen charter, RTI. Also it includes the role of media also in administration and democracy. This is what the next 5th chapter of accountability and control is all about. Okay, see, this is in paper 1, RTI, citizen charter, etc. So you have to write theoretical aspects and developments all over the world also with respect to this, not just India. RTI, citizen charter, etc. If it's only about India, it would have been in paper 2. And also in paper 2 also you should write paper 1 also. We'll come to that. Okay, so this is block 2, accountability and control, and second chapter is administrative law. Again, this also not much difficult chapter. So this includes basically the concepts of administrative law, etc. And further, one thinker you would be studying in this, that is DICE. DICE is Droit Administrative. And yes, administrative tribunals, delegated legislation, etc. is also included in this chapter. See, delegated legislation, very favorite question of UPSC. Open papers of past year papers, you will find every other year one question on delegated legislation. The question is basically, delegated legislation is a necessary evil. Every other year UPSC rephrases this question in a different way, or changes the wordings, but essentially they ask this only: delegated legislation is a necessary evil. So this is block 2. Relatively smaller chapters, doesn't take much time to read as compared to other chapters. Okay, now let's come to block 3. So here I'll put 2 chapters, comparative public administration and development administration. Okay, so comparative public administration is one of the subfields in the field of public administration. Okay, so this chapter talks about the developments of comparative public administration in public administration, and one thinker, very important thinker, this is Riggs. You will be studying Riggs in this chapter. Also every other year the UPSC does ask question on Riggs. This is, and it also compares the administrative system of different countries, that is how it works in different countries, how Weber functions in different countries. And thinker you will be studying is Riggs, and historical and social underpinnings also of in comparative context it looks into. Okay, and then later a kind of continuation of CPA is development administration, because the thinkers are also comparing development also in different countries. So it kind of a continuation of CPA only. This other chapter is development administration. So this chapter deals with the concept, what is development administration, and also it also includes Riggs' view on development administration. Also the syllabus further mentions anti-development thesis, women self-help group, women development, etc. See, whenever writing answers of paper 1, it is important to connect with the Indian administration as well. It makes the answer holistic. For example, in this chapter of development administration, you can also, depending on the question of course, you can also mention the Gujarat model of development, Kerala model of development, and now the Telangana model of development. See, what is this Telangana model of development? Recently, the Chief Minister of Telangana outlined we have a Telangana model of development, which is better than Gujarat model of development. See what CM outlines. What is this Telangana model of development? It takes into account development plus welfare plus good governance. This is what the Chief Minister of Telangana recently outlined at a conclave, that we have Telangana model of development, which is way better than other development, welfare and good governance. This is nothing but what United Nations gave in the 60s or 70s as pragmatic neoliberal model of development. Yes, United Nations gave long back, and now CM of Telangana is implementing this. So basically what I'm trying to say that in paper 2 this all Indian aspects should also come, which makes the answer holistic. Okay, So block 3 is this. I will put CPA, compared to public administration chapter, and the development administration chapter. Now let's come to block 4. See, block 4 I'll put 2 chapters here together. Rather, we'll put 4 chapters, 2 of paper 2 also. See, first is financial administration, and second is personal management. See, financial administration is basically, it's all about how budget is formulated, what are the techniques of budgeting, etc. What is monetary policy, fiscal policy, why there should be a coherence between monetary policy and fiscal policy, public debt, public borrowing. This is basically the financial aspects of the government administration. That is what is financial administration. And in paper 2, that is this aspects when applied to Indian administration, the chapter becomes financial management. So this chapter of paper 2 talks about the financial aspects of the Indian administration. See, these 2 chapters you should study together. Okay, so there is continuity. See, the financial administration is in paper 1 and financial management is in paper 2. Similarly, in the other block we have, in other chapter in the block is personal management. Okay. Personal management, that is, see, this basically deals with human resource management in simple parlance. Basically talks about recruitment, training, pay, promotion, grievance redressal in administration, and its application in Indian administration, that is paper 2. The similar chapter is civil services. Okay, here it talks about everything related to civil services, recruitment, training, etc. That how UPSC conducts examination, then the training happens in Labansa, what are the problems with training in Indian IS, etc. All civil services. So this is what is civil services. So this block includes 4 chapters, 2 from paper 1 and 2 from paper 2. You study these chapters together. So first study financial administration paper 1, and along with it you study financial management of paper 2. And next 2 chapters are personal management of paper 1 and civil services of paper 2, because there is a continuity in these chapters. So this becomes other block 4. Okay, so now let's move to block 5. So block 5, so block 5 includes 2 chapters, last 2 chapters, public policy, and techniques for improvement in administration. Okay, so this is block 5 of your syllabus. See, block 5 public policy. See, some concepts of policy making is there, that is some thinkers will be studied in public policy chapter. Basically there are two paradigms of two aspects of public policy. One is incremental way of public policy and is a rational way, and under this there are some thinkers. Plus this chapter includes policy public aspects of public policy related to policy review, policy implementation, policy monitoring. This is public policy chapter. Okay, so and the next chapter is the techniques for administrative improvement. So basically this chapter talks about what techniques, what methodology should be used to improve efficiency in administration. Some techniques are also mentioned in your syllabus, like MIS, POT, CPM, further work study, method study, etc. Also e-governance. Now that time there was e-governance, now we all know there is artificial intelligence based governance. So you should include artificial intelligence also in this syllabus now. UPSC will ask or continue to ask. Okay, so basically this is what is the syllabus of public administration of paper 1. Okay, I will again remake the blocks so it is easy for you to remember, and you have to study this paper 1 in this block wise. Okay, so block 1 into the most important block included we put 4 chapters in it. So first was introduction, second was administrative thought, third administrative behavior, fourth organization. Okay, so block 2 had 2 chapters, accountability and control and administrative law. Okay, block 3, here we had put 2 chapters again, comparative public administration and development administration. Now block 4 we had put 4 chapters. So which were the 4 chapters? Financial administration, personal management of paper 1 and 2 of paper 2, that is financial management and civil services. And then the last block, one, two, three, four. And last 2 chapters in the last block were techniques and public policy. So 14 chapters we had put together, though paper 1 mentions 12 chapters, but like said earlier, you have to study this chapters of paper 2 and paper 1 together. So financial administration, financial management and financial administration, personal management and civil services, these are paper 2 chapters. And the last block was this, 13 and 14. Okay, so all chapters of are included of paper 1 and some chapters of 2 chapters of paper 2 we have been included in this. So study these chapters in this way. Okay, so this again I am reiterating again, this is very important block. This will decide your fate in public administration. This is make or break. This all chapters, rest chapters are basically application of this chapters, and this rest block do not take much time, but most of the time of your preparation and my teaching will be taken by this block. If you get this, you get public administration. Okay, so this was basically the paper 1 of public administration. Okay, so now let's start with public administration paper 2, how we divided the syllabus of paper 1 in blocks depending on the continuity in the chapters and the similarity between chapters. Similarly for paper 2 we will divide the entire syllabus, the chapters of public administration paper 2 in blocks. So see, for paper 2 see, there are certain aspects you should know. First is the core aspect which the syllabus mentions, and add to that you have to connect the core aspects with current affairs and also paper 1. Okay, so core aspect, whatever happening with respect to the core aspects in the Indian administration, and also you have to connect your answers, interlink your answers with paper 1, that is a theoretical aspects. So this will give a holistic view to your answers, and also your answers will look like answers in public administration and not answers of GS2. Okay, so if you write answers like GS answers, so you won't get marks. Okay, that is well accepted in public administration, UPSC's marking pattern. Okay, so like we discussed in paper 1 how the Telangana CM gave the developmental model, Telangana developmental model. This is all aspects of current affairs. Also further lot of things keep happening in India in your working of the constitution. See the 3-language formula tussle. So in this you can link with the center state relations as mentioned in the union government chapter of paper 2, and governor versus CM, and many aspects keep happening. Okay, so let's divide this syllabus of public administration of paper 2 into blocks. See block 1, I will put 3 chapters. Block 1, first is the evolution of Indian administration. Second, I'll put philosophical and constitutional framework of government. The next chapter is public sector undertakings. Okay, so this block, public sector undertaking. So these 3 chapters you should study in continuity, as this 3 chapters deals with the historical aspects of Indian administration. Okay, so evolution chapter includes the Kautilyan administration, that is the Mauryan administration, plus the Mughal administration and the British administration. Basically whatever the practice were there in this administration, this chapter deals with that evolution. A philosophical and constitutional framework of the government basically deals with the value premises in our constitution, the DPSP, fundamental duties, rights, etc. It is what the values in our constitution which guide the Indian administration. Okay, plus it deals with constitutionalism and political culture. Okay, these are the philosophical aspects of our government. Okay, and PSUs, basically public sector undertakings. This chapter talks about public sector undertakings, its organizational management, how public administration helped in development, etc. The relevance of public administration in today's time. So this is what the chapter deals with. So this is your block 1 of paper 2. Okay, see paper 2 as said earlier has 14 chapters. We will be blocking the chapters into 12 chapters only, because 2 chapters we had already blocked them in, segmented them in the paper 1. Okay, so these are the 3 chapters in the block 1. Now come to block 2. So block 2 includes plans and priorities. It is chapter union government and administration, and state government and administration. Okay, so this deals with the functioning of government in India. Okay, so plans and priorities, basically why we need plans in a country, why planning was adopted. So it also, the syllabus mentions planning commission also, though now we all know planning commission is not there, but you should also read about planning commission, National Development Council. It basically deals with the planning in our country. And now there is Niti Aayog also, so you should study Niti Aayog also, though syllabus doesn't mention Niti Aayog, but if planning commission is now replaced by Niti Aayog in 2015, so you should be reading this also. Okay, this is plans and priorities chapter. Now union government includes what? Union government, you know Lakshmikant, you are thorough with Lakshmikant, or will be thorough with Lakshmikant. So union government deals with Prime Minister, President, the Council of Ministers, and ministries and departments, etc. Intergovernmental relations. This chapter includes this. So union government, but the chapter also says union government and administration. So administration includes, so administration of in union government is what? Prime Minister's office, Cabinet Secretariat, Central Secretariat. So these aspects this chapter covers. Okay. See, I'm reiterating again that public administration is not GS2. It's not polity. Yes, certain aspects are there, but you have to write your answers in public administration, not in GS. So we have discussed that what all aspects you should include in your answers initially. Okay. So now let's come to the next chapter. Next chapter is state government and administration. Okay, so like union government, now state government, you all know there is CM, governor, ministries and departments, etc. This is what the state government deals with. Administration, like there is cabinet secretary, there is chief secretary here, and there is state secretariat, etc. This is all what constitute block 2. Okay, so this continuity in these three chapters. Okay, so now let's get to the next block. So block 3 of the syllabus will include chapters like okay, we'll put 2 chapters here, 6, so 7 and 8. So we discuss about the union government, state government. So now there is a third tier of the government also. So this block includes chapters like rural development, and urban local bodies. So basically this chapter deals with how development has been carried out in the rural area. And also it holistically deals with the 73rd Amendment, all aspects of 73rd Amendment. Urban local bodies, so obviously it will include all aspects of the 74th Amendment. Also it includes components like city politics, city management, etc. Okay. This has become a hot topic nowadays in UPSC because UPSC has asked questions very rarely from this aspects. So in near future they will explore these aspects as well. Okay, so this is what is basically block 3, rural development and urban local bodies. So let's move to block 4. So 9, 2 chapters I'll put here, 9 and 10. See, now we dealt with government at local level. Now the syllabus also includes administration at local level. So administration at local level are 2 people: district administration, The 2 people basically more important at local level in administration. We all know the collector and the SP. So syllabus also includes chapter district administration since independence and law and order. See, this basically deals with the functioning etc. of district collector. If in a simple language, if you want to understand, but district administrator is not just district collector, there are other offices also. So this chapter deals with this since independence. But as we all know, we had mentioned that in the British administration also this office was there, and this aspect you will be studying in that evolution chapter. So you can also link it here also, that you can skip the British administration part in the first chapter and study here in continuity as you deem fit. Okay, and this chapter is law and order. So all police administration etc. of the country and law order aspects this chapter encapsulates. Okay, so now last 2 chapters are remaining in block 5. So the last 2 chapters This is 11 and 12. Administrative reforms. Administrative reforms since independence. And other is this is administrative reform since independence, and other is significant issues in Indian administration. Okay, so this is basically talks about reforms, committees, etc. But more or less most of the committees, etc. you will be covering here only other chapters. This district administration and also union government and state government, and some aspects will be discussed here. And significant issues in administration basically deals with whatever in current affairs is going on, but the syllabus also precisely mentions certain topics such as values in administration. So basically it talks about ethics in administration, the GS4 part of ethics in administration, values. Also it includes syllabus includes regulatory bodies, then it mentions NHRC, corruption, disaster management, and also criminalization of politics, etc. Okay, coalition politics. So all these aspects are included in this chapter. Relatively smaller topics. This 11 to this year 2. Though paper 2 shouldn't ideally take much time, because it's more of application. Unlike paper 1 where theoretical concepts are there, it takes more time to read and understand. See, these chapters are big chapters in paper 2. This union government, state government, it takes a bit time. There are huge chapters. So basically, see, this is the syllabus of public administration of paper 2. So this is what it is. I'll write it again blockwise. See, block 1 of paper 2. See, I'm reiterating again, the blocking is for you to study these chapters in continuity, because this story of continuous story goes across the chapters in public administration. Okay, so block 1 has 3 chapters. Evolution of Indian administration, the philosophical and constitutional framework, third is PSUs. Block 2, plans and priorities, union government and administration, state government and administration, block 3, has 2 chapters, the rural development and urban local bodies. Block 4, district administration since independence, law and order, and the last 2 chapters, block 5, administrative reforms since independence and significant issues of Indian administration. This is what is paper 2. What is paper 2? And see, most likely this 2 blocks takes a bit time. The rest block, yes, they are also lengthy, but it won't take time as paper 1 will take of your preparation. Okay, so now so this is what is the syllabus of public administration. Study this in continuous manner, how we divided in the entire syllabus of paper 1 and paper 2 in blocks. Now let's move to the second aspects of our discussion. That is the structure of question paper in public administration. See paper 1. Both paper 1 and paper 2 has two sections. Section A. This is section B of the UPSC public administration. Question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4. This is section A. Question 5, question 6, 7 and 8. This is section B. See, section A, question 1 and question 5 are compulsory questions. You have to attempt each of them, and question 1 has further 5 questions and each of 10 marks. These are compulsory questions. Okay, question 5 questions into 10 marks, and these are the choice questions. You have to attempt in all 3 questions, and you have to choose at least one question in each section. You cannot attempt all the 3 questions of section A or all the 3 questions of section B. You can attempt 1 and 2 year or 1 and 2 year as you wish. And see, each question, the choice question has 3 sub questions A, B and C. The A question is of 20 mark and the B and C are 15 marks each. Okay, so this is what is the structure of paper 1. See, as I told you that the first 4 chapters of paper 1 are very important. So majority of the section A will be from the first 4 chapters, and also some question of question 5 and chapter 5 and chapter 6 will also be there. That is accountability, control and administrative law. This is generally in most of the times. Also in sometimes year 2 in section B also they'll put some questions from 1 to 4 chapter, that is block 1, and section B is for the rest of the chapters. Okay, this is generally in most of the times, but UPSC has done in the past also. Here also it had put some question of chapter 1 also. Okay, so doesn't matter, but this is a overview what I intend to give you. Okay, now for paper 2 things change a bit. So again same thing for paper 2 also. Section A, okay, I'll make it again. For paper 2 also, section A, section B, question 1, 2, 3, 4, section B, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Here too, question 1 and question 5 is compulsory, and question 1 will have 5 questions each of 10 marks. You have to attempt this, and here too you have to attempt total 3 optional questions. So 1, 2 or 3, or 1, 2 and 3, or any of your choice, but bear in mind you have to attempt at least 1 question in each section, at least 1. And here things change a bit. Each question has 3 sub questions, so A, B, C. Unlike paper 1, which has paper 1 is 20 marks, 15 marks and 15 marks. Here in paper 2 it's 20, 20 and 10. Okay, this is the difference. Marking pattern is a bit different. 20, 20, 10. In paper 1 is 20, 15, 15. So this is an overview of how the structure of the paper is there in the optional. Okay, optional of public administration. Now here to chapter, I'll say chapter 1 to, see the 1, 2, 3, the block 1, evolution, philosophical and public sector undertakings, and state government, union government, plans and priorities, most of the time are section A, the rest chapters are section B. Okay, now another challenge for you when the question paper comes, how you should start. Again I'll make this section A, question 1, question 5, section B, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, A, B, C. Okay, So now what you should do, should you write question 1 first, that is the 5 questions, and question 5 question, because this is compulsory, you have to write anyhow, and here you have to choose. See, there are basically three ways to attempt the paper. See which suits you the best, and you attempt the question paper in that way. But before you attempt in the real examination, practice this choice question on past year question and in test series also. Okay, so see, first way to attempt the paper is, first type is that anyways you have to write question 1 and question 5. So you start with this only. Initially you may see, different people will deal with different things. So initially you may feel nervous, so why to make a decision or make a wrong decision. So you start with question 1 and question 5. Anyways, these 5 questions you have to attempt, that is A, B, C, D, E. So start with this, and later when you complete this question 1 and question 5, then you read the rest of the questions and decide which 3 you have to attempt. So in the first type, for question 1 and question 5, you attempt first the 10 questions you will write first, then you will read the paper, choose the 3 questions which you want to attempt. This is one type. Second type is when you get the question paper, ignore question 1 and question 5. Why to read? You have to attempt it anyhow. So read the rest of the paper and make a choice. So advantage is that your flow of writing won't be broken, that you don't have to again read the paper when you as in the first case where you attempt question 1 and question 5 first. So read the question paper initially only when you get from the supervisor, and decide and start writing. Suppose you decide 2, 3 and 8, so then start writing 2, 3 A, B, C. But bear in mind, attempt the question first which you know the best. If you know 2 questions the best, then attempt 2. If you know 8 questions the best, then attempt 8. Okay, so this is one technique. The third technique is a bit non-conventional. See, ignore question 1 and question 5. And you read question 2. Don't read the entire paper. Read question 2. If you know ABC, write ABC. Otherwise, move on. Come to question number 3. Read ABC. If you know that, write or move on. Now 4 you have to write anyhow if you move on from this. So that way, okay. You know anything, you write. So that way. But read those subsection questions also, ABC. If you read first, you know, and you start writing, and B and C, you don't know anything, then waste of time and waste of marks. So gone. That attempt is gone there. So that way is the third type to attempt the question paper. So see which suits you the best, practice, and then freeze your strategy before the exam. Okay, don't go and decide in the paper, okay, this way or this way I'll attempt. It will create more confusion. Okay, so this is how one should attempt the question paper or approach the question paper. See, time management, generally it is this way. Time management. See, you have 3 hours. See, question 1 and question 5. This you should write within 30 minutes. This in 30 minutes. And the rest of the paper in 2 hours. This is the conventional time management people should follow. So question 1 you complete in 30 minutes, question 5 in 30 minutes. So 6 minutes to each sub question of question 1. Okay. So, and the rest you take 2 hours to complete the optional questions, the choice questions rather. Okay, so this is how you should approach the paper, or see anything, whatever suits you, just approach the question paper that way. Now, most importantly, let's come to the trends in UPSC of public administration. What has been the trend? See, UPSC had a love-hate relationship with public administration. Okay, see, as of now, since I guess since 2018 onwards, UPSC have started to treat all optionals at par. They have their own scaling technique, so I don't think as of now no optional has any advantage. If you put in efforts in any optional, you will get marks, and if you don't put in efforts in any optional, you won't get marks. All optionals today as of now are equally placed in UPSC, and it will be also equally placed. No optional has an added advantage and no optional has an added disadvantage. Okay, it all boils down to your understanding, your preparation, and how well you understand and write the paper. This is what is the key to scoring in any option, be it public administration as well. Okay, so trends in UPSC. See, see, we'll make a division 2013. 2015. See, till prior to 2013, public administration was UPSC's favorite. People used to score very high marks in public administration, and paper was also very much simple, relatively. Okay, and even if it was not simple, people used to score very high marks. Then came 2013 to 2015 time. Here papers were very difficult and marks also of the people started to fall down. This was indeed a difficult trend. Okay, so 2016 included 2017 paper was very simple. Here marks increased substantially of aspirants, but here despite the simple paper, people did not get much high marks as compared to 2016. Okay, so this was simple trend, but here too marks did not increase. See, marks decrease is relative. Okay, relative to other optional as well. So now in 2018 to 2023, okay, this, oh yes, 2023, this was moderate to difficult trend. Paper was moderate to difficult, and then come the mains of 2024. The paper was simple as compared to this. Okay. See, also this is basically the trend and macro trend, not a micro analysis we'll do some other day. So basically till 2013, public administration, very huge advantage it had as compared to other options. Here paper went difficult, marks went down, and since 2016 UPSC has set things right and no optional has any advantage now. It's they have their own scaling method, like I said earlier. Now all options are equally placed. So here paper was simple, marks increased. Paper was also simple in 17, but marks did not come as much as expected. And from 18 to 23 was one trend. It was moderate to difficult paper, and 2024 was a relatively simple paper. Okay, and also one should bear in mind, even if paper is simple or difficult or anything or moderate, simple paper does not necessarily mean that you will get good marks. Many times it happens that when the paper is simple, UPSC adopts a strict checking pattern. And similarly, when the paper is difficult, it may also happen you may get good marks, but UPSC may adopt lenient checking here. So it all depends on UPSC, and also the marks are relative to other optionals also. So they need to balance also any optional with relative to other optional. Okay. See, so no particular option has a disadvantage, no particular option has a added advantage. So yes, some advantages of public administration is that it you must be knowing also it has overlapping with lot of GS syllabus. Also syllabus is relatively short relatively to other options. See, geography has a very vast optional. You have to study the entire map also of India places. here in maths also, mathematics is also very huge optional. So relatively in this regard, optional public administration is a bit short, small. But so UPSC needs to balance it. It cannot have the one option such a huge syllabus, the short other option has having a short syllabus. So how it balances it? See, questions are a bit difficult to interpret. That is, they are not direct. You need to read the questions very properly and interpret it in a right manner. This comes with practice. So this is how UPSC balances public administration with other options. Understanding in questions in maths or geography or anthropology is not a challenge, but the syllabus is vast. So this is how UPSC balances it. Okay. So yes, then this was an overview of public administration which I sought to give you guys. Hope this was helpful for you. And see, don't get scared that people keep peddling that public administration is not a scoring option, etc. And now, as discussed earlier, that all options have been put at equal footing by the UPSC. That is the good thing they have done. I will say since 2017, they have 16 or 17 they have done. And it is you also go through the result also, toppers etc. now come from different options. Sometimes there was PubAd topper also in 2019 or 20 something, then Pol Science and etc. It all depends on your preparation, whether you're getting good guidance and whether you have written answers and how you perform well in the exam pressure situation. Okay then, thank you very much for listening. So hope this session was helpful for you.